Hello. Tomorrow it will be 100 days since I closed the front door and went into COVID-19 shielding lockdown. And it's been an interesting time. But I read recently a report that said 10% of people do want the life to return to the way it was pre-COVID-19 lockdown, but 90%, of which I am one, do not want life to go back to the good old bad ways it was before we shut our front doors. You see, it was all rush and hurry and busy and grab this and snatch that, and it just had a perpetuum that you couldn't really break out of. But the lockdown has caused me to stop, virtually stop completely, and to smell the roses and feel the sun glinting off my upturned apple cheeks. And when it rained recently, I felt the rain on my very long hair because I've been not having it cut for 100 days. And I've listened to the birds singing and the bees buzzing, and things have been so lovely. And I'd like to carry some of that forward into the new phase of life, the next phase of life. Now let me tell you another little story, and I'll bring the two together in a minute, because when I was a wee boy living in the north of Scotland, somebody gave me a fig. They didn't tell me it was a dried fig, they just told me it was a fig, and that figs featured highly in the Bible, and that Jesus would have eaten a lot of figs, and it was a real delicacy to have one up in Lossiemouth where I lived. And it looked wrinkled and brown and leathery, and I bit into it and it tasted wrinkled and brown and leathery, and although it wasn't unpleasant, it certainly didn't live up to the advertising that this person had given me when they were telling me what a delicacy it was. So I carried that memory with me until I read one day in the Bible that in Mark chapter 12 verse 11, Jesus cursed a fig tree. And I thought, yes, Jesus, I'm with you on that one. Go curse a few more for me. It wasn't until I was in my 40s and my wife and I moved into a house that had a fig tree in it. And that summer we picked fresh figs from it. And what a difference. Juicy, succulent, tasty, absolutely delightful. And I feel that the transition between the fig that I thought I knew and the fig that I learned about is a bit like my life pre-COVID-19 to post-COVID-19. I want to carry that succulence, that joy, that juiciness with me into the next phase of my life. Now, our church are about to embark upon a discipling phase where we learn how to become disciples and we learn how to make disciples of all nations, which is what Jesus wanted us to do and still does want us to do. Now, before COVID-19, I used to walk about looking like I'd been baptized in lemon juice. But now I've got this spring in my step, I've got this joy in my heart, I've got this hope, and I want to carry that into what I'm doing in learning about Jesus and telling people about Jesus. Not necessarily quoting the Bible with every phrase, but living a life that looks like Jesus has actually blessed me with sunshine and birdsong and bees buzzing and fresh fig trees and fresh fig fruit. I want to cruise, I want to savour, I want to enjoy, I want to share, I want to live the Jesus dream. I want to be successful with Jesus, in Jesus, for Jesus. Come with us. Enjoy. Amen.